Here is a bulletin from CBS News.
Aquí hay un boletín de CBS News.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas. The first reports say that President Kennedy has been seriously wounded by this shooting.
En Dallas, Texas, se dispararon 3 tiros contra la caravana del presidente Kennedy en el centro de Dallas. Los primeros informes dicen que el presidente Kennedy está gravemente herido.
President Kennedy was shot at today while riding in a motor convoy. A photographer reported seeing blood on the president's head.
Reports from the Dallas Trade Mart, where luncheon for the president was to be held, prayers are being said for President Kennedy by Reverend Holcomb. Many are still here waiting for further news.
Informes del Dallas Trade Mart, donde se iba a celebrar el almuerzo para el presidente, el reverendo Holcomb reza por el presidente Kennedy. Muchos siguen allá esperando nuevas noticias.
News has just come in that President Kennedy has been shot. There is no news yet of his condition. It happened as the president was riding with his wife in an open car through the streets of Dallas, Texas. Several shots rang out, and the president collapsed into the arms of his wife. One eyewitness said he saw blood on the president's head. The governor of Texas, Mr. John Connally, who was with him, was also shot down. The president was rushed to hospital, where there is still no word of his condition.
A 25-year-old white male was seized in a factory loft that housed school books. No identification on this suspect at the moment. Police and Secret Service state that there is no reason to suspect that any others were involved with the shooting of the president.
Un hombre blanco que tiene 25 años fue secuestrado en el desván de una fábrica de libros escolares. No hay identificación de este sospechoso por el momento. La policía y el servicio secreto afirman que no hay razón para sospechar que otros estuvieron involucrados en el tiroteo del presidente.
Doctors at Parkland Hospital confirmed that one of the Secret Service agents has died of his injuries. Still no word on the severity of Governor Connally's injuries at this time.
Los médicos del Hospital Parkland confirman que uno de los agentes del servicio secreto ha muerto a causa de sus heridas. Todavía no se sabe nada sobre la gravedad de las lesiones del gobernador Connally en este momento.
Blood transfusions are being given to the president. Catholic priests have been called to Parkland Hospital at the request of the White House.
Se dan transfusiones de sangre al presidente. Los sacerdotes católicos han sido llamados al Hospital Parkland a pedido de la Casa Blanca.
2 priests of the Archdiocese of Dallas have entered Parkland Hospital. Doctors are still attending to President Kennedy and have brought in a healer of some skill.
2 sacerdotes de la Arquidiócesis de Dallas entraron al Hospital Parkland. Los médicos aún atienden al presidente Kennedy y han traído un curador con cierta habilidad.
From Dallas, Texas, The Flash, apparently official. President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know where he has proceeded. Presumably, he will be taking the oath of office shortly and become the 36th President of the United States.
From Dallas, Texas, The Flash, apparently official. President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know where he has proceeded. Presumably, he will be taking the oath of office shortly and become the 38th President of the United States.
Desde Dallas, Texas, el Flash, aparentemente oficial, el presidente Kennedy murió a la 1 de la tarde, hora estándar central, 2 de la tarde, hora estándar del este. Hace 38 minutos. El vicepresidente Johnson ha dejado el hospital en Dallas, pero no sabemos a dónde ha procedido, presumiblemente para tomar el juramento de oficina en breve. Se convertirá en el 36º presidente de los Estados Unidos.
We regret to announce that President Kennedy is dead.
We reported to you on the arrest of that individual in Dallas. He is being grilled now. He is said to be 24 years old. The name has been given for him by Dallas police as Leo H. Oswald.
Police and Secret Service are still looking for a 30-year-old white male carrying a .30-30 rifle. At this time, there is no indication of foreign nationals or any others involved in the assassination of President Kennedy.
Police and Secret Service are still looking for a 30-year-old white male carrying a .30-30 rifle. At this time, there is no indication of foreign nationals or any others involved in the assassination of President Kennedy.
La policía y el servicio secreto siguen buscando a un hombre blanco quien tiene aproximadamente 30 años que porta un rifle 30-30. En ese momento no hay indicios que se hayan extranjeros u otros involucrados en el asesinato del presidente Kennedy.
10 o'clock. This is the BBC Home Service. Here is the news, read by Arnold Lister. Among those who are going to Washington for President Kennedy's funeral are the Duke of Edinburgh, Sir Alec Douglas Home, and Mr. Wilson. Family mourners and members of the United States government have been filing past the body, now lying in state in the White House. Premier Alexandrovna has said that the assassination is a heavy blow to peace lovers everywhere.
This is Lee Henry Oswald, the man charged with the murder of President Kennedy. But here is Oswald at the police station. He is there saying, "I did not do it. I did not do it." This is the basement. Oswald has been shot. Here comes Oswald. He is ashen and unconscious.
Here is the news, read by Arnold Lister. Lee Oswald, the man accused of assassinating President Kennedy, has himself been shot. It is not clear how badly injured Oswald is. A man has been detained. The Duke of Edinburgh is on his way to Washington for tomorrow's funeral. President Kennedy's body this evening is being borne on a gun carriage from the White House to lie in state at the Capitol.
Lee Harvey Oswald, the man who Dallas police say killed President Kennedy, himself is dead.